Hello guys, welcome back to class. In this session, we'll try to complete all the remaining operators available in Java. So we'll start with a new operator first. This is simplest and most widely used. Without this, you won't write any program. New operator, which is used to create the object. Create the object of class. For any given class, if you want to create object, you can create object. Example, suppose if you have hello class, hello h equals to new hello. What is h here? In this line, three things happening. In this line, three things happening. Govardhan, we will see after the class. At the end of session, I'll tell you about that. In these three things happening. Number one, number two, and number three. Whenever you create object, three things happening in this. What is the number one? Hello h semicolon. Hello h means that is a reference variable you are allocating. So h is a reference variable of hello class, right? How many bytes of memory will be allocated for h? H is a reference variable of hello class. How many bytes will be allocated? 8 bytes will be allocated. And what is the default value of this? Initially, it assigns the null value. Okay. Then number two, new hello. New creates the object. Creates the object, allocates memory for something. That we'll talk later. In object, it's just new operator creates the object. Right? Suppose object is created at the address called 500. So new operator creates and gives the address. Now the assignment operator, number three assignment. Number three assignment operator. What assignment operator has to do? Assign something to some variable. So whatever the object created, the newly created object address will be assigned to h. It means null will be replaced with address 500 because assignment is doing. Means this is now pointing to this object. So in these three things, where the new is used, second task is new. What new is doing? Creating objects. Means allocating memory. It's nothing but allocating memory. More details in deep about this we'll discuss in the OOPS. Okay? More on this we'll discuss OOPS. Currently, just remember, new operator is used to create the object for any given class. One simple lab only. As in the operators list, we'll just see one simple lab on this. Anyway, in OOPS, we'll do daily, so many objects we'll create. We'll create maybe 500 objects throughout our class, so that we'll use it heavily. No problem. Now, I'm just taking simple hello class here. Class hello. I'm not taking any variables, methods, nothing. Just class opening, closing. That's it. Empty class. To say class is there. Hi, class opening, class closing. I didn't define any members of a class. Hello class, I didn't write any variables, methods, nothing. Hello class is there, hi class is there, some empty classes. Now, if you want to create hello class objects, hello, some hello equals to new hello. Hello class object I'm creating. If you want to create hi class object, then hi, some hi equals to new hi. Any class object you can create. Even a string is a class already available. String str equals to new string of. But here you pass something here as something jails. Like here I created three class objects. Created three class objects. When I print hello, it won't print address, remember it. What I'm printing, I'm printing a reference variable, right? When you print a reference variable, it won't print the address. Actually, hello contains the address of an object. Am I right? In this case, hello contains address of an object. Hi contains address of hi object. Str contains address of string object. But in Java, you don't have option to see the addresses. They are not allowing you to see addresses at all. If you know address, you can damage the data in that address. That's what they are not allowing to see the addresses. JVM will not allow you to see any address allocated by the JVM. To hide that, they done some mechanism called a two-string mechanism. They will discuss that later. Okay, as of now, yeah, new operator N is missing here. Something they are printing, other than address, something they are printing. What is that? Currently don't see. We'll talk about that later. But in this lab, you just see new operator is used for only this spelling also gone. New operator is only for creating objects. Only that point you have to catch. Other than that, nothing. In the case of string, it is showing data. In the case of hello, it is showing something, That why it is showing, if you want to change, you can change it. We'll discuss that later. Okay, guys? Okay, this new operator, much we'll talk later. Another important operator is instance of operator. First, let's discuss about instance of operator, then we'll come back. Instance of operator. And this operator is binary operator. Instance of is an operator. This is generally till now we have seen operators are symbols, right? Only in new operator and this operator are the words. Two operators, not in a symbolic representation. In the character representation, these two. Remaining all we have seen logical, relational, arithmetic, all that symbols, plus, minus, greater than, this, that. But naming wise, new is an operator. Instance of is an operator. So what this instance of is does? Checks whether reference variable contains object of given class or not. Reference variable contains object of given class, a specified class or not. And in this, I told as a is a binary operator, means two operands required. For example, hello h equals to new hello. Okay. H is a reference variable. H is a reference variable. What it contains? What it contains? Object address is available. Which object address available? Which object address available? Hello class object available. So I want to check whether really H contains hello object only. H contains hello object only. I want to check that. How to check that? H instance of hello. So in this is the example you are seeing. How you are using this? What is H? Reference variable. Instance of is the operator. Hello is the class. So instance of operator binary. Two operands. What operands allowed? First operand is any reference variable, okay. Second operand is class name. So what it checks? It checks whether this reference variable H contains object of given class or not. Given class is hello. So whether H contains hello class or not. If H contains hello class only, this gives the true. If H does not contain hello class, gives the false. So what is the result of this operator? What is the result of instance of operator, guys? Is it a Boolean? Result of instance of operator is a Boolean. It tells true or false. Reference variable contains object of a given class or not. If reference variable contains object of a given class, true, otherwise false. That's it. So see this operator purpose. Purpose is to check whether given reference variable contains the object of given class or not. How many operands allowed? Two operands allowed. And what is the result? Result is always a Boolean. Next important, operand types allowed. What operand types allowed? First operand should be the reference variable. Second operand must be a class. First operand, any reference variable, okay. Second operand, any class, okay. This is for universal. Universal means in how many classes are there? You may write a lakhs of classes, millions of classes, billions of classes. Any class you write a second parameter. Any reference variable write a first parameter. It checks whether the reference variable contains object of so and so or not. Okay, and here important is another to understand this inheritance concept. We will discuss that thoroughly in the object oriented concepts. But here you remember there is one class called object. Object is a class name. This is a mega superclass for all the Java classes. For example, if you write a hello class, object is superclass to hello. Already string class is there. For a string also, object is superclass. You write any Java class, by default, object will be the superclass of all the Java classes. You no need to write as this is my superclass. Automatically it becomes superclass. Okay, only remember that point. Let's do the labs. So about this operator, clear guys? Operator functionality. Instance of operator used to check whether given reference variable contains the given reference variable contains the object of given class or not. And it is a binary operator. Two operands required. First operand is a reference variable. Second operand is any class. And result is Boolean always. Okay, that's the key points to understand. Let's start the labs. 124 now. So I have a hello class in this. I'm creating hello equals to new hello. One class only I'm taking. Hello instance of hello, or if you confuse on that, make it H only simply. H instance of hello. Tell me. Means H contains the object of hello class only. So it has to give true value, right? It has to give true value. Yes, true. Next, I'll ask whether H contains instance of object object. Object. What is object? Object also a Java class, a built-in class. Like how a string is a built-in class, we are using, right? System is a built-in class, we are using. Object is also a built-in class. In this program, how many classes we are using? We are using hello class. We are writing hello class. Lab 124 is a class. We are writing this class. We are using string class. Somebody written in Java, we are using it freely. System class, somebody written, we are using. Built-in, somebody written means built-in we are calling. We are writing two. Object is a built-in class. So now whether H contains instance of object, what do you say? True, because it is a superclass. Indirectly it is, if superclasses means fine. Okay, one simple lab. Okay. Indirectly you are 125. Okay, you see this. I have a hello class, dummy hello class I have. Hello object I am creating. Whether H instance of a string class, H instance of a string class, compatibility also we have to check. Compatibility. Any relation between H and a string? Any parent-child relationship? Previously, we compared hello object also because object is a parent of hello. So inheritance relationship is there. Here, hello and string, there is no relationship. Maybe one relation, both are having same parent called object, but no relation at all between hello and string. Okay. 125. Incompatible types. So you cannot compare incompatible types. Because of incompatible, it is telling hello cannot be converted to string. So incompatible. When those are incompatible, then it becomes incomparable also. And inconvertible, cannot be converted, right? So different types, we can't do that. Okay, next. This is giving error. 126. 126. I am saying object obj. Object is superclass. Obj is reference variable. My reference variable is superclass reference variable. But object is hello class object, means subclass object only. Hello is a subclass. Object is subclass object. Reference variable is superclass reference variable. This is possible. This is called as a dynamic dispatch. Assigning subclass object to the superclass reference variable. Anyway, we will see that in OOPS thoroughly. Only for this operator, we are talking some basic things. Now, I am asking 3 questions on this. OBJ instance of string. OBJ instance of hello. OBJ instance of object. You have to answer this carefully. Tell me. First, you see the comparability. Compatibility. Compatible or not? Object is superclass. And hello is my class. Anyway, it is also child of object only. String is a built-in class. Anyway, it is child of object only. So, hello and a string, there is no compatibility. But hello and object, okay. String and object, okay. So, here, what is OBJ? I am using OBJ here. OBJ instance of string. Now, OBJ is a reference variable of object. So, object to string, any relationship is there? Object and string, any relationship? Yes, means can I compare this first one? Whether comparison is okay? Okay. Next, OBJ and hello, any relationship? Yes, so I can compare. OBJ and OBJ, same type means no problem, right? Same or compatible. OBJ, OBJ, same only. OBJ, hello, compatible because of inheritance relationship is there. OBJ string, compatible because inheritance relationship is there. First, comparable. You can compare this. Because of compatible, you can compare this. Then, if comparable, then compiler will not give an objection. Now it will check in the what object is there. In OBJ, do you have a string object? In OBJ, do you have a string object? No. Now it will tell no, false. Previously, we cannot compare it because of incompatibility. Now we can compare it. Understand the point? Only compatible types can be compared and say yes or no. This is 126, guys. Compiled successfully. False, true, true. Remaining true, okay. Both are okay. Because it does not contain object, so false. OBJ instance of hello. OBJ contains object of hello. Yes, true. OBJ contains object of object. Yes, anyway, superclass. So true. False, true, and true. Next. 127.java. I have hello h equals to null. H contains the null value. And string str equals to null. Str instance of string, h instance of null. I think I am doing correctly. Compatible, correct, right? First, compatible or not? H, hello. H is the reference variable of hello only. So same type. str reference variable of string only. Same type. I think comparable, no problem. But I am asking whether H contains the instance of hello. Whether H contains instance of hello, guys. str contains instance of hello. str contains instance of hello. 127. Compiler no objection because of compatible. This is my mistake. I didn't change this to 127. False sign. In H, hello object is not there. Null is there. So hello object is not there. str, do you have hello object? No. Null is there. Okay. And instance of operator, introduction part. More once you learn object-oriented concepts, I think you understand more on this. Next one, guys. Next operator. This is the one and only ternary operator. Conditional operator. It is also called as conditional operator. Also called as ternary operator. Ternary operator means it needs a 3 operands, right? This is the one which needs the 3 operands. How the syntax works. First, you have to write an expression, or you call it as a condition also. Instead of expression, make it as a condition. First, you write a condition. Condition means, have you getting anything in mind? Condition. Condition means it can be a relational expression or a logical expression. Or a logical also, Naveen. It can be a relational expression or a logical expression. It means, what is the result of a condition? What is the result of a condition, guys? Result of a condition is, must be Boolean. Yes, so this must be Boolean. After this is operand 1, question mark. You write operand 2, colon. You write operand 3. How many operands for this? 3 operands. Operand 1, question mark, or we will write like this. Operand 1, question mark, operand 2, colon. So first operand 1 must be a condition. Must be a condition. So this gives either true or false to me. Condition means it gives either true or false. If true, this operand 2 has to be evaluated. This is a true. If false, then operand 3 will be evaluated. Any one. So operand 2 or operand 3, any one will be executed. Operand 2 will be executed only when condition is true. Operand 3 will be executed only when condition is false. So 3 operands. First operand must be a Boolean condition, and when operand 1 is true, it will execute operand 2, otherwise operand 3. And simple example, if you take, for example, I have int a equals to 10 into b equals to 20. I want to find a max of these two numbers. So I'm declaring one variable int with max equals to, first you write a condition a greater than b. What it gives? Whether true or false. Question mark. If true, what do you want to do? A greater than b, true means a is the greater, a is the max, right? So assign a value into max. So this a is a result that assignment will assign to this, colon b. False means b will be assigned to max. So with the true, a will be processed, otherwise b will be processed. Simple syntax to use this. Okay? We'll do the labs and experiments on this. So 127 is done, then 128, guys. Okay. So I'm taking first int a equals to first one directly I'm writing true. Can I write a true expression as a true? I'm not writing any a greater than b greater than something like that. True given. Question mark. Question mark. Yes, question mark. Yes. Question mark. 10:20. This is the 10. Next, int b equals to false. Question mark. 10:20. Tell me AB values. First practice, small practice of this. AB values, guys. What is A value? What is B value? So some are giving answers, some are telling error. Monica is telling us an error. Naveen telling incompatible. Somebody on top also told I'm unable to see the name. So why error and why incompatible? Monica, why error? Explain. Naveen, why incompatible? Explain. Say this. Operator 2 will be true. Operator true can be anything. That is what, right? Operator 1 is the condition. Operator 1 must be the condition. I have written a condition only, Naveen. This is the condition only, right? Condition means no need to write always a greater than b, something like this. The final should be the true. In the operator 1 case, operand 1 question mark, operand 2. Operand 2 can be anything. There's no, it should not be Boolean. Operand 2 can be anything, guys. Colon. Operand 3 can be anything. No restrictions on operand 2, operand 3. Okay. Operand 1 is the Boolean. It means you write any expression here. You write a small relational or a big logical expression. Finally, the result should be the true or false. Final result of this means if you write a greater than b and b greater than c and c greater than d, like this you write a bigger condition. Finally, the result should be the Boolean. So what I am doing to confuse you, instead of writing expression, directly written true. Finally, what should be there in the operand 1? Boolean value. Whether I have written a Boolean value in the operand 1 or not. Whether I have written a Boolean value in the operand 1, yes, I have written a Boolean value, true only. Okay, okay, that is okay. Okay, guys. Now, what happens, you see, again, older points are included in this. So, first is the true, guys. True question mark 10:20. This is a conditional expression, am I right? This is a whole is an expression. Entire is an expression. In this, the first is an expression. First is true means true statement will be selected. 10 will be selected. So now what is the result of the entire? What's the result of entire? Result of entire is the 10. Then what you're doing finally, int a equals to 10. The 10 you are assigning to a, you should see this compatibility. 10 is came, a is integer, so you can assign it. Then no problem. Next, what is the result of the entire? You're telling false, means it will go to the false statement. 20 will be picked. The whole expression result is 20. 20 where you are assigning into the b. What is the type of b? Integer. 20 is integer, so no problem. Means you also check the assignment story rules we said it, that also has to be checked. If you write a purely this expression, it gives the single value to you. Okay, so it prints 10 and 20. Okay, so to sharp more on this, another lab I designed. 21, 29, 129. You see this very, very carefully, guys. 129. Okay. Int a equals to Now I am writing some condition to you. 20 greater than 10. Okay. Some condition, something will come. True or false will come. 10 colon 20.0. Tell me. Compiler analysis is different actually. See what happens. 20 greater than 10. Okay. Question mark 10 colon 20.0. Now, the first condition can be a true or false. We don't know what comes. Secondary. What is the result, true or false? At runtime, JVM will see that. JVM will see, then assigns. But what compiler will think? Okay, this expression value will come as a true or false. Okay. If a true means you are assigning 10 as a value, you are assigning 10 to A. What will be assigned to A? 10 will be assigned when it is true. Okay, no problem. When this is false, for example, then 20.0 you have to assign to A. You have to assign 20.0 to A when the expression is a false. So that is how the compiler analysis. Do you understand how it is thinking, compiler? It checks this condition you are giving, guys. It can be true or false. If it is true, 10 should be assigned to A. What is 10? Integer. What is A? Integer. Can I assign integer to integer? Yes, so no objection. Then compiler thinks that by mistake this expression is false. Then what is that? 20.0 has to be assigned to A. What is 20.0? Double. What is A? Integer. Can I assign double to integer? So what error you are expecting, guys? What error you are expecting on this? Incompatible types. What happened? 129 I had to compile, guys, actually. 129, yes. Possible lossy conversion from int double to int. See, the point is same only. You are writing condition here. What is the what can be the result of? I am not asking what is the result. I am asking what can be the result. Result can be true or false. Okay? True or false. Okay. If true, what should be assigned to B? What should be assigned to A? 10 will be assigned to A. What is 10? Integer. What is A? Integer. Compatible or not? Okay, compatible. Cool. Next. If the condition is false, what should be assigned to A? 20.0 has to be assigned. Can we assign this? 20.0 is a double. A is integer. So we can't assign double to integer. That's what compiler is giving an error. Do you understand analysis of the compiler, Pavani? Condition is true. Who will check condition is true? Is JVM will do that. When you are running the program, currently you are seeing the straight away values are 20 and 10. Suppose if I say this, you tell me now, Pavani, A greater than B colon 10 question colon 20. Now tell me, condition is true or false? Because I don't know A value, I don't know B value. A and B will be collected from the user dynamically. When you run the program, I will get the A value from user. User will supply the A, B values when I am running the program. Then who knows whether it is really true or not? JVM only knows when you're running the program. Compiler analysis, it has to verify this or this. This means what to do. All possible things. Compiler checks the syntax only, right? Compiler is not executing. How JVM executes? When you're running this, how JVM executes, guys? How JVM executes? JVM checks what is this? Condition true or false? It is true. So takes 10, assigns to A. Then next line prints A. That's it. That's how JVM executes that. Understand? Okay. Similar to this, one more. Similar to this, one more practice. You answer this also, guys. Double D equals to again 20 greater than 10 only. Condition can be anything, guys. Double D equals to this 10 question mark 20.0. Now tell me, in this any objection? Double D equals to 20 greater than 10. This is okay. Output will not come anyway. If it runs, output will come 10. The statement is okay, right? First statement is okay. Compilation will happen. If you run it, okay, you will get that value. If you're not running, then no. Otherwise, I won't do printing of the statements. No printings, leave it. But this statement, second statement is valid, right? As per syntax, valid. Int x equals to 20 or 10 greater than 20, question mark. I am writing 10. Now, incompatible, right? Compiler analysis. If the condition true, what are the possible values? True or false? If true, 10 will be assigned to x, no problem. If false, the string will be assigned to integer, that is not okay. Okay, next. One more. String str equals to, same thing I'll write in a string str. Now tell me. This is also incompatible because if condition is true, 10 has to be assigned to integer. 10 should be assigned, integer should be the string, integer to string, not possible. False means string to string, okay, but integer string problem. Above case, true means integer to integer, okay, but a string to integer is a problem. So this compile time error, and first also compile time error. What about second one? Only second statement is okay, valid. Remaining gives the compile time error. So when I compile this program, how many errors will come? How many errors will come? 3 errors will come. Only second statement is true. So who is asking that output? What is that SOP? Can you post the question? It is scrolled already top. I'm unable to see the question. First compile this program. It gives 3 errors, guys. Okay, semicolon. Where is the problem? Okay, I did a syntax mistake. It is. This should be the question mark actually, right? Question mark then colon. Which is statement, Lakshmi? So these 3 are giving the errors. Okay. Are you asking about the second statement? Second one or third one? Which one? First one gives the error, right? First one is the compile time error, Lakshmi. Compile time error. The statement is incorrect in terms of syntax. You can't see the output of that program, that statement at all, right? First statement is syntactically wrong. That gives incompatible error. See the compilation mistakes. See, this is the int a equals to this line is causing syntax errors. This you can't see the output of that. Second one, you see the output. Second one, if you want, you write a separate program. Directly when you keep yes, without assigning statement, yes, it comes. Okay, I'll show you that. I'll show you that next. So this is clear. That lab is not there in booklet. As per your doubt, I am making that 129A, guys. Instead of assigning this, I'll keep this whole in a system.out.println. Now, any problem, you guess it. That is causing a problem because of assignment only, right? I'm not assigning the results in any variable. 129A this is. Okay. Now tell me, guys, same code, same piece of code, like whatever 129 we have seen. So Lakshmi asked a question. Based on that, I prepared this lab. Now you tell me, if I compile this, what will happen? Will it compile? Yes. No errors, right? So Lakshmi, you understand? Tell me the output then. Tell me output, guys. Output, tell me. 10. First is the 10 or 10.0? 10 only. 10 only, Lakshmi. 10 only, right? This is 10, directly printing 10. Second is 20.0, correct? And third is, what is third? This also you keep as a 20 greater than only. 20 greater than 10. Third is integer 10. Fourth is string. Okay. Compile successfully, guys, and run this as. Okay, default conversion doing as a 10.0 because of the double. It is taking the whole result as a double. That's what 10.0 and this as anyway 20.0 and 10 and string. Resultant type considering as double. There is a reason for that also. Why it is taking as 10.0 first one, tell me. Why it is 10.0 taking first one? The operation between integer and a double, higher type it is choosing as double. Higher type it is choosing as double. Condition if you change, then second one. That you can play. See, whatever condition you write, condition true, first one will be the output. Condition false, second one will be the output. If you make the condition false, then automatically double will be taken, 20 will be taken. And these are not compatible. String and int are not compatible. String and int are not compatible. It cannot convert to the string. It can't convert to the string. It is a pure 10 only, integer 10 only. Integer 10 only. This is a string value. Okay? Next. So one more. If you want to assign the values, then what to do? 130, for example. Sometimes you may want to assign the values only. For example, I want to do this. Object obj. If you want to assign, you can do like this. You print obj. So 10 greater than 20, whatever you want. Condition you try in any way also. Say 10 greater than 20. True. True means 10 will be assigned to object. Actually, internally, there is a concept called boxing. Boxing will happen. Boxing means converting primitive to wrapper objects. We'll discuss later. So, because I am taking the super type variable, integer object will be created. For a 10 equivalent integer object will be created, a string object will be created. So, integer strings are subtypes of objects. So, if true, integer object will be assigned to obj. False means string object will be assigned to obj, super type. So if you want to really assign, then always you assign to super type like this. Okay. 130. String it is showing. If you write a condition as, for example, obj1, obj1, you do the reverse condition of this, obj2, obj2. Suppose I'll say false condition, 10 false, 10 less than 20 I am using. 10 less than 20, true only. True means 10 will be assigned to obj2. obj2 has to print 10, 20 and 10. So string object can be assigned to obj, integer object can be assigned to obj. That's what compatible super type object you have to take if you want to really assign the value to some variable. Okay. I think we're done all the experiments with this, guys. We're done all the experiments with this. 131. I have a two variables, int a equals to 10, int b equals to 20. I want to find a max. How to find a max? You write a greater than b. Maybe it gives true or false. If true, assign a value to max. Colon false, assign a b value to max. This is what I'm finding max. If you want to find a min, can you tell me the expression to find a min? Tell me the min statement. If you write a less than b is true, then a is the min, right? So, very good. A less than b, a is the min. Then a assigned to min, otherwise b assigned to min. Simple conditional statements to write to find a min or max expressions. 139 shows the min and max between two values. Twenty is the max, 10 is the min. Okay. 132. I am taking three values. C also. Int C equals to 30. So I have to find a max of 3 or min of 3, whatever. So when you do 3, 4, you can try 4 as assignment later. You better use a kind of flow chart to get the values. For example, first I am starting with a greater than b. Okay. This is a decision making in a. So this can be a true, guys. This can be a false. If a greater than b true means between a and b, a is the greater. Then what I have to do? I will check with a greater than c. If this is also true, what it means? A greater than c also true. Then what it means? A is greater than b and a is greater than c. Then can I decide a is the max? A is the max. Suppose a is greater than b, but not greater than c. Then who is the greater, guys, here? Can I say c? Next. Suppose a greater than b is a false. This is the false condition. A greater than b false means b is greater. Then compare b with c. Compare b with c. If b is the greater now, true, then decide b is the greater. Otherwise, c is the false means c is the greater. These were three number. Like this 4, you write a bigger flowchart. You try the So now why I have taken this is, you consider each one as separate expression. For example, you take this only. For this, write the conditional. For this, write the conditional, guys. Suppose I am taking as x equals, this is whole x portion in the flowchart. Write the condition for this conditional operator, a greater than c, question mark. True means a, colon, false means c. Okay. Take this part. This part I am calling as a. Now, y. Y equals to, condition is b greater than c. Question mark. True means b, false means c. Okay. So this is x. For this, you take the bigger. First one, a greater than b. Question mark. True means what to do? True means I want to do x, right? True means this x I want to do. The whole flowchart I will write. This x you replace here. Means true means x colon y. Am I right? True means x, false y. So x you replace. X means the whole whatever I writing you replace. Y means you replace. You will get a full expression to do that. See, I am writing that now. Max equals to a greater than b true. What I have to do? This otherwise you will get confused about this. You're writing x and y. X and y will I'll replace. X means what I'd replace? X means a greater than c. Again question mark, a colon c. Colon y, b greater than c, colon question mark, b colon c. Without a flowchart, it is tough to you to write this expression. How it came, see, question mark, colon, question mark, colon, like this came. Anything missing? This is a greater than c, guys. So it will find a max value. If you want a min value, just make it a simple symbol over there. This is 132 to find a max of 3 numbers. Like this, you try your own max of 4 numbers. First draw flowchart, then from that find a max of 4 numbers. So among this, it will give you 30 is the max. That is the max. Okay. So that's a ternary operator or conditional operator. We are doing this. It is done. And the last we have bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. 132. Okay. We'll go for a bitwise now. So when you store a number, for example, int a equals to 18, I am giving, guys. Int a equals to 18. Internally, what happens? Memory will be allocated for a variable. Okay? 4 bytes of memory will be allocated for this. And then this 18, how it stores the 18 in the memory? Will it store as 18 like this? Will it store as 18? No. Always your number will be converted to binary, right? It stores only the binary. Tell me the 18 binary equivalent. 18 means I think 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 16 to 18, right? So 10010. 10010. Am I right? So when you store a value internally, it will be converted to binary and stores in the memory. Right? Now, they given special operators called as a bitwise operators. These bitwise operators operate on individual bits of a number. They won't do on the, suppose if you do, for example, there is one AND operator, suppose bitwise AND like this. If you apply this bitwise AND on this number 18, it won't work on the 18. It won't see 18. It will operate on individual bits of the number. Whatever the operation, this operator is something, has some work. It will do the operation on the bits, not on the value. So any bitwise operator operates on individual bits of a given number, not on the value. So first point, bitwise operators will perform the given operation on the individual bits of a given number. Okay. So what operators are there? Bitwise operators we have, one is bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR, bitwise NOT. Bitwise NOT. These four operators, and bitwise shift left, shift left and shift right. Shift operator, shift right operator. Bitwise. One more is there, bitwise unsigned right shift, unsigned right shift, unsigned right shift. This is only for the positive numbers. We'll talk. Symbols, when you see the symbols. So for this, bitwise AND, single AND operator is bitwise AND. Two ANDs means logical AND. Bitwise OR, single OR operator is XOR. This is XOR symbol. NOT is this. Shift left is this operator is. Shift right is this operator. These unsigned negative numbers, anyway, we'll talk. If you are coming to my data structure classes, in data structures, we'll study this. Many of the real world problems we can solve with bitwise operators. We can do that even very fastly also. Doing the operations on the regular operators, doing the operations with bitwise operators are very faster than the regular operations. So some of the real world problems you can solve with the bitwise operators also. That we will see later in our data structure sessions, DSC classes. Okay. We'll see around, I think, 5-6 hours we'll spend on this bitwise. More labs, more company ask interview questions on the bitwise. We'll talk later. This is the most important session. But here only introduction part of bitwise operators. Okay. So the key points to understand. Bitwise operators are very faster than regular operations. Bitwise operators perform the operation on the individual bits, not on the direct values. What are the bitwise operators we have? These are the 6 bitwise operators. 7 are there. 6 I'll touch now. 7th we'll discuss in the later sessions. Okay. In this, what types allowed? What for this, each operator will study. And what are the operand types allowed? Operand types, you can use the number types. Mostly we can use the number types. And for this AND or XOR, you can use Boolean also. For remaining all, we can use only integers. Only number, not number, only integers, int only, and doubles not allowed. Okay, we'll start with one. First, we'll start with, and here we also need to understand one's complement and two's complement. For example, you take this is your number 1 0 0 1 0. What is the one's complement of this number? How to find a one's complement? How to find one's complement, guys? Any idea? Have you seen that term at all? One's complement. How to find a one's complement? It is just flipping the bits, right? You flip the bits. Flip means 1 there, make it 0, 0 to 1. Flip it. So 0 is there, make it 1. 1 is there, make it 0. 0 is there, make it 1. 1 is there, make it 0. Oh, 0 is there, make it 1. 1 is there, make it 0. Just flipping 1 to 0, 0 to 1 is a finding one's complement. And then what is 2's complement? You got the one's complement. What is 2's complement? This anyway, I'll explain more later. Only basic information I'm giving. I'll give more exercises. Finding one's complement, adding 1 to that. So add 1 to this. When you add 1 to this, 1, 1. Adding 1 means remaining all zeros indirectly, right? 1, 1, I think 1, 0. And this is the 1. And this is the 1. And this is the 1. I may be wrong. You are not answering this. Add 1 to 1's complement is 2's complement, okay. And this is this fine? Check. Yeah, that is how you find a 2's complement. Okay, just remember as 1's complement, 2's complement, we are finding it. Okay. So now we will start with these 4 will complete first, guys. These 4 operators will complete first. Bitwise, we'll take one truth table. I think all will take the same table, A and B. A bitwise and B, what happens? A bitwise or B, what happens? A XOR B, what happens? Not A, what happens? This is most same as the previous, but here we won't use the booleans, we'll use the bits, right? We'll just use the bits only in this. So make it as a 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So and case, bitwise and 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 only, remaining all 0. Bit similar to our relational truth table. Only 1 and 1, 1, remaining all, this is actually 0, 0, I tried wrongly written. Loss 0, 0, 0, these are. Our case, both are 0, 0. Any one is 1, 1. And XOR guys. XOR, have you remembered? XOR. Both the same 0, very good. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, opposite 1. XOR is that? Very good. 0, 1. Negation means flipping only. A1 negation means 0. A1 negation means 0. A0 negation means 1. A0 negation means 1. So I think based on this table, we can do the lab. Okay. So I will take, so this lab, you keep this. I'm taking A equals to 15 and B equals to 17. Okay. Convert this to, you can't do any operation on these numbers. Always you have to convert to the corresponding binary. 15 binary means, I'll take this as a 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So 15, how you will get 15, guys? 15 means 7 plus 4, 12, 12, 12, 14. I think 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Is this? Yeah. 17 means 16 plus 1. Here is the 1. Here is the 1. Remaining all zeros. Now tell me A and B value. You calculate and tell me based on truth table A and B do A and B operation. Do A and B operation, guys. 1 and 1. What is 1 and 1? 1 and 1, 1. 1 and 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 0 and 1, 0. The whole value becomes 1. Okay. Tell me ARB. ARB value. 1 R1. 1 only. 1 R0. 1. 1 R0. 1. 1 R0. 1. 0 R1. 1. What is the value of this? What's the value of this? Is this 31? 31. So this is coming as 1. This is coming as 31. Okay. Next we'll do the XOR A XOR B, guys. A XOR B. XOR. These only, you consider these only. 1, 1. 1 XOR 1. 1 XOR 1, 0. 1 XOR 0, 1. Opposite 1. Opposite 1. Opposite 1. Opposite 1. I think this is 30. Am I right? This is 30. Right? Now, if you take the negation of x, not x, 15, not x. Currently, I am not explaining this because I have to explore about the negative numbers also. Negative numbers case. Actually, this will give us a minus 16 output. I need to explain that later. Negation of y, if you take 17, it will give us a minus 18. Okay? We need to understand negative number representation. Remember, negative numbers in Java represent as a 2's complements. I need to explore more on the negative numbers, 2's complements. Then we will discuss about that. Okay, we'll do this lab first. Up to this, we'll add in the lab. 132 over 133. Int x equals to 15. Into y equals to 7. Whatever numbers, you take some numbers if you want and do experiments on that. X and y. What it is showing, we got output as a 1. X or we got output as 31. X XOR y, we got as 30. And not x. I didn't explain this. I will show later in the DSA sessions. If you are eligible for DS sessions, then I'll explore that. Fine. Run this 133. One 31, 30 minus 16 and minus 18. The y minus 16 minus 18 coming, I didn't explore. Along with negative numbers, there is a story to explore that I'll see later. Okay, this is done. And we have two more important operators to study. Shift, right shift operator and left shift operator. Okay, so go to the explanation first. We'll take a equals to 19, guys. Represent 19 in this. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. I think enough, right? For 19, this much enough. Okay, take the value now. Our value is 16 means 19 means 16, 18 and 19. This is our 16 value. Okay. So when you use A, first I am using left shift 1. When is a left shift operator? I am asking A bits has to be shifted left side by 1 time. So what it does? Shift the bits towards left 1 time. Shifts the bits towards left 1 time. Towards the left 1 time. So how to shift left means like this it has to go, right? So this bit will come here. This will fill with 0. This bit will go to the left. This bit 0 will come here. This bit 0 will come here. This 1 will come here. This position is 32. So the 1 is coming to the next means the value increased or decreased, guys? Value increased or decreased? Increasing, right? So it will do actually is equivalent to multiplication with 2 into 2. What is the number? This is the 19. You calculate this number and tell me 32 plus 4. 32 plus 4, 36. 38. 39 we got it. 39 or no, 38 only. Am I right? 19 into 2 is 38. And shift one more time. Again, if I say shift to 2, if I say what happens? A left shift to 2 means it will shift to 2 times. So one shift happened like this. One more time it has shift, means you will get into 2. 76 has to come, but do the shift. The 0 comes here, fill with 0. This 1 will come here. This 1 will come here. This 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. And this 1 will come. This is 64 actually. This position is 64 coming up. 64 and 8 plus this. 64 plus 8 plus 4. 76, we got it. So understand the left shift. Similarly, we do the right shift also. Suppose I'll take same number 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, which is my 19. Okay. What's the value of that? 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. This is my 19 value. Right shift means how use A. Suppose A equals to 19 only I am using, guys. This is the left shift we done here, and here I am doing the right shift. So A right shift 1. It has to shift to the right side one time. Means this 1 should go to the right side, means this side. The 1 will go home, gone. This 1 will come here. This 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. This is filled with 0. So values are decreasing or increasing here? Decreasing or increasing? Decreasing or increasing? Decreasing. It goes actually by 2. 19 by 2 means 8 will come. See? 9 will come. 8 plus 1. This value is a 9. Only integer portions. Decimal parts will not be there. 19 by 2 means 9.5, but 9. Do this again. If I do right shift 2 times, one time already done. Again, this 1 will go. This 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. 0, 0. 9 by 2 means 4. This value is 4. If I do one more time, 2. If I do one more time, right? So this is the right shift. So do a lab on this now. I'll take int A equals to 19, whatever we practiced. A left shift 1. What is the output of that? A left shift 2. What is the output of this? A right shift 1. What is the output? A right shift 2. What is the output? So A, this is we just now done it. Yeah, 38, 76, 9, 4. Very good. 38, 76, 9 and 4. Fine. So we understand the left shift, right shift. One more, unsigned right shift operator is there. Unsigned right shift, like this, 3 symbols are there. Three symbols. That is not discussed. We'll discuss about that later. And here, this negation operator not discussed. This is also actually negative numbers. Some link is there. We'll talk about this later. Okay. Apart from these two, I think remaining 5 operators are explained clearly. Remaining 5 are clear. Red shift, light shift, and or XOR. These are clear, I think, right? These 5 operators are clear, guys. These 2 operators, still we have something we'll discuss in our bitwise operators module of data structures and algorithms course. Okay. Fine. That if you are eligible for that, I think some are eligible, some are not eligible. But when you are that, because some people will join only for core Java and they say, sir told in the class it will be discussed in DSA, allow me like that. Because my videos, some people will buy for only videos and they will listen for that. If you are eligible, you will listen that in DS sessions. Okay, guys, that's about bitwise operators. One last question on the bitwise to test your knowledge. 133A. 133A. One last test for you. And answer it. With this, operators will be completed. So whether you understand left shift, right shift or not, with that I am giving this lab, you just do it and tell me. Do the right shift one time, tell me the answer. Do left shift one time, tell me the answer. Left one time, tell me the answer. Right one time, tell me the answer. Why you are taking this much time, guys? Everybody, try please. All done? Okay. See, I am doing it. 0, 1, 0, 1. First, what I do? This is the left shift, right? Do left 1 here, 0 here, 1 here. So, what is this value? 1, 2, 4, 8. I think this is 4 and 1, 5. And this is 8 to 10, right? And 0, 1, 0, 1. If you do the right shift, this 1 will go, 0 comes here, 1 will come, 0. I think this is the 5, you're getting as a 2. How many told 10 and 2? I think many of you told 10 and 2. By 2 means 2 only, Pavitra, right? By 2 means 2, right? 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 is. So, you forget all the concepts what we studied till now. Is this a binary number, guys? Is this a binary number? I'm coming there only. Pavani. What is this actually? 0, 1, 0, 1. What is this, guys? Is this a binary? No. If it is a binary, you can do these operations. Whatever we have done is wrong actually. We can't do like that. That is not a binary. That is octal 101. That octal 101 convert to the binary. Octal 10 means direct binary conversion, or first do into the decimal. This is octal 101. Convert to decimal. 101 octal. 8 power 0, 8 power 1, 8 power 2, 64 plus 1. This is decimal 65. This is decimal 65, guys. Decimal 65 now converted to the, I think you know to tell again conversion also. Decimal 65 means left shift into 2, right shift by 2, right? If you do operation also same will happen. This is 130 and this is 32. If you do operation also, Hari, I think you answered it. If you do operation also, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. This is 65 means 64 and 1. Right? If you do right shift, left shift, this 1 coming here, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and here 1. So this is 128. So 128 plus 2. 128 plus 2 is the 130. And if you do this side, it comes as 32 plus 0. This 1 will go. 64 bit will come to 32. 32 is the second one. See, whenever you find a number with 0, don't run. It is octal. Each point we discussed, you should store in the mind. Output is 130 and 2, guys. 32. 130 and 32. Done. Bitwise, we need to spend more hours, guys. I think only Bitwise will spend 5 to 6 hours later. Only Bitwise will spend 5 to 6 hours. We'll discuss more real world problems in our data structures algorithm sessions if you are eligible for that. 133A. And so end of operators. So we'll start with next. Next is the control statements, most important. Without if condition, for and all, we won't do anything in projects. So in the next session, we'll meet with control statements, guys. That's about today's session. Thank you. Have a nice day.